Hello, beauty. How
Hello, my
are
dear.
you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
How are you, beautiful Paloma?
Well,
So
I'm
happy to
actually,
have you here.
thank you, thank you. I'm happy to be here for sure.
So let's open a space. Okay, so close your eyes and breathe. We're going to invoke Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel to hold a space in the four directions. Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion, in the middle. Extraterrestrials, beings of light, brother and sisterhood of light, you higher self, you council of light, my higher self, my council of light, Pachamama Madrecita, Tera, and all the beautiful beings like birds, animal kingdom, to be here present today in holy space for us, that everything that has been said here goes through outer space and time. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Hmm.
Beautiful. It's always so
I
nice.
love, I love that yellow, my love, that you have today. I love it.
I like
It's like
to bring in the energy, right?
the color is green. What color it is? It's green,
It's kind of
yellowish.
like a greenish yellowish, and it's very bright. And I think it just goes great with Miami. And to uplift the energies for everyone, right?
That everything
Um,
that is happening, right?
exactly, to raise the vibration, in the world and the people around us. And it's beautiful when you feel so good, you start like living it up and bringing up the colors. And it's just even nice to even put a little bit of bright lipstick, right, instead of just being like, oh, at home just cleaning and cooking. So it's
I
nice
agree. I agree.
talking to people, sharing knowledge, and sharing everything. How are
I know, and I love your work and have you helped so many, including me, with the Feng Shui in my house. It really feels different. You
it
know,
has
all what you told me to do, the changes that I did, and the stars. So could you please tell all of us about the Feng Shui that you do and how we can help them through Bagua?
Of course. So your home is an extension of yourself, right? So the more that you get to know your home, your environment, the more that you get to know yourself. So by starting to practice Feng Shui, you will start moving the energies that they're flowing around you, and that they're very, very, very meaningful, especially right now in the times of quarantine that we're all inside of our house. So we have to find out what are the good energies that come specifically or more strong or strongest into this year, find them, align ourselves with it in order for us to resonate with it and it start absorbing its vibration. As we all know, we are also energy. So if we align ourselves with positive energy, we will like start mimicking, resonating with it, and it will help us improve an area of our life that we are specifically looking for. So in these times, some homes, they don't have everything that they're looking for because their own life is reflecting in their homes. So what we do through Feng Shui is try to find what is it that they can use, what area or sector of their home they can use, and they can absorb in order to make a change or a transformation. So if your house is an extension of yourself, you want to keep it balanced, right? You want energy to flow properly, to meander around and fill every space of your home, every room. If you find blockages, chi, the vital force, the energy, will not flow properly. So we need to clean up, open space, and let the energy flow so it can fill in all the rooms in your home. And then after we have fixed up, clean up, improve, we stimulate. And we stimulate to wake up that energy and to bring it certain furniture into the space for us to use that furniture. So the furniture will make the change, as a lot of people would think in this part of the world. The change is going to be brought through the energy that is flowing around us. And this energy, chi, actually comes from the outside. We just collect it inside of our homes because our home is a container of chi. We have walls, we have windows, we have a main door, which becomes the mouth of the chi. We have a roof. So once we start collecting chi, we can start tapping into it. But what does this mean? It means that we can start absorbing it. And once we start absorbing it, we go back to resonate with it. And then we can start manifesting and working on the things that we really want. But now we have this extra support from the universe, right?
I was impressed when you came into my house. You told me one of the most important is what you just explained. So you need to put these, like, either as plants, or so I decided to put a piece of wood to collect the chi, and that really changed the energy. I'll have to finish it up, put some more, but that right there, and this side we were collecting the chi, and it feels different. It really feels, I function different. I mean, and I feel more clear, and I feel more relaxed and at home, and even in these times that is happening so much, right? So
Yes.
it's very important right now to really, really do your Feng Shui and see what you need, and to bring this energy into your space is really,
Definitely.
really essential right now.
So what it happens is our bodies, our physical bodies become receptors of chi, of energy. We cannot see chi, right? But we can also see radio waves. It's the same exact things. They're there. Someone created a device that absorbs them, and then boom, you can listen to voice, music, etc. So we have to use our physical bodies to align ourselves with this chi, with this energy that is around us, to make use of it. Once we start absorbing it, we will start feeling its benefit. And that's exactly what Feng Shui does for every single different home. Every house is completely different, right? I always say, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Or do you pick your house, or your house choose you? Because in order for many things to happen in your life, you have to be in a specific place at that specific time with that specific people. So our homes are so important. And I think finally the Western side of the world is awakening to what's true, what's really Feng Shui, right? So then how do we stimulate besides being in the place? What I'm doing right now for quarantine is a very specific type of Feng Shui named Shuang Kong Flying Stars. And what I'm trying to use is the stars, which are the most intense type of energy that comes to the year, because every year energy changes. It changes with the new cycle of energy that comes in. That's why Feng Shui and astrology, Chinese astrology, they go hand to hand, because the energy of the year will change when the new lunar calendar, well, we're more specific with the solar calendar, but I know that in the Western side, everyone is aware of, like, let's say this is the year of the rat. So what energy brings this year into our lives, right? So once both of them together, we can really see what's going on in like a very big area of our lives. And astrology will tell us the timing, what are we going through at this specific moment. And it is like a diagnostic. It's like going to the doctor. So you go to the doctor to have a checkup. So you check up on your astrology to see what's going on in your life. You know, what energy cycle you're going through. And you use the Feng Shui as the prescription or as the key. In your home, your Feng Shui will always be accurate with your astrology. Unbelievable, right?
It's incredible. It's incredible, but it's
beautiful.
true. It's beautiful how the universe works. And I feel also when you did that reading to me, it helps me so much. So the combination of both is a perfect formula for what we need. So it's incredible how the universe really balanced. If you really listen with all these tools, we just open up and just be receptive and really open the heart and open to learn something new and understand that we are energy, and that's what it is.
That's called higher conscience and evolution. Open ourselves to knowledge, right? To what the universe has to offer to us and has to give us. And the only way that we're going to start understanding is through knowledge, through learning. So right now, the most important part is to align ourselves with the good type of chi and disalign ourselves with the bad type of energy. Because unfortunately, there's always the yin for the yang, right? So not everything is perfect all the time. Not everything is good. There's also the bad type of energy. And Feng Shui focuses even more into the what we call the annual afflictions. Where are the bad energies coming from? How not to activate them? What areas of your home do not touch? Sometimes I have to completely forbid, oh, we want to paint, we want to do a renovation. I'm like, stop. If you do it, not very good things will happen. So we avoid the bad and we focus on the good, right? So we focus on the positive. So we want to do that. We just have to align ourselves with that positive vibration.
And it's so funny what you say. It's not funny, but so many people, there's a lot of things happen to us and we don't know how or why. And it's because we touch maybe those spaces in our house that we shouldn't even touch that year. Because as you told me, I remember you told me the stars changing every year, right? So if you touch that year, that space, it will be very, like
detrimental.
catastrophic.
You definitely. So
So
there are
tell us about that, about the stars and how that they shifting around every year. Yes. Please.
Okay. So the stars, we're talking about a type of energy, and that type of energy is represented by a number. It's not numerology like we see it, in the Western Hemisphere. It's just a type of energy. So these numbers represent a star, and there's one, for example, the most dangerous, called the 5 deadly yellow. Its name says it, right? So in order for
daily yellow,
deadly yellow, and trust me, it is just deadly, and we want to avoid it at all costs, right? Right now, it's coming from the east sector, and let's say if you have your main door and you have that year happens to be the 5 deadly yellow on the main door, as a Feng Shui consultant, I have no renovations, and if you can, do renovations, and if you can, you have to use another door, because every time you open, you activate. So you have to really know and understand that there's a positive energy and then the negative, and how not to activate it. There's another one named the 3 killings. It's not, yeah, no, it's the names are like very funny. We have to think about in this feng shui, the one that I practice, right? It's been around for over 4,000 years. We're talking about that it was written in Chinese verses. So we have to think that it was maybe like a Shakespeare kind of English language, but in Chinese. So it's even worse. So these names that they have given to, they're like so, at the same time, so beautiful because they're so like poetic, but they're so complicated. And a lot of the people around the world has a really hard time translating them to different languages. So they have started in the Chinese. So the translation in English is the three killings. So it's not about killing three people, but it's a, yeah, it's hilarious. But if you really research, that's what we start finding out. So it's all about lost in translation, right? I call it in Spanish. I said las tres desgracias. Some people
Las
call
tres
them
desgracias.
las tres matanzas. So let me tell you what's behind it. There's three things that if you activate that area, three bad things that will happen consecutively. And if you start talking to people, then start telling you, you know, like, oh, this and this happened to me, and then this and this and this, and then this and this, and they just cannot believe it. And I know ugly, I'm like, oh, you must hit the three killings, right? Then the other affliction, the other annual affliction, which changes all the time, it's called the Grand Duke. And everyone loves the Grand Duke. Everyone fears him too, right? The Grand Duke is the king of the year. That's the most important energy in the entire year. And it supposedly you shouldn't confront him, right? You can have him on your back so he gives you protection, but you should never confront the Grand Duke. And it has a very specific location of 15 degrees within your whole entire home. If you're talking 360 degrees, only 15 degrees, that specific measurement, that these years in the year of the rat, right? So it's on the location of the rat. And if you offend the king, what do you think the king is gonna do to you? It's gonna make you pay it off. So we obviously try to avoid, you know, like I always determine where specifically is the Grand Duke, where specifically are the three killings, and where are the five deadly yellow to start with. You need to avoid, like, I mean, absolutely any renovations, any activations, etc. And we leave the bad on the side. Now let's focus on what you can do.
Question. So these stars change every year. So with your analysis, you will tell the person where not to touch or not to change, or where these three specific stars, I mean, all of them, you will tell everyone which each star is positioned in the house and what you can do, right?
Of course, and
Great.
how to avoid the bad and how to activate the good.
The good.
So let's say we're going to avoid this, we're going to avoid this, don't go into this space, etc., etc. I do this in a very specific matter. I have very specific, like a compass that I printed and I made into a clear sticker. So I put it over the floor plan of the house, etc. And then, so let's say what to avoid. So we avoid the bad, we get it out of our heads, we work on positivism, focus on what you can do. So that's when your astrology comes in. And then I can see, well, this year, you know, the energy surrounding you through your astrology, what it was given to you at the time of birth, says that you should focus on your business. You should put focus on your investment. No, but I want to find love. I'm like, well, maybe next year is better to focus your energy to find love. But this maybe I'm so sick. Well, health is a priority. So let's focus all your feng shui in your health. So the astrology tells me where are you in your life right now and what would be the easiest for you to approach, to try to go for. And that way we can put all the focus of your feng shui to tap into, let's say, the energy that you're looking for. So if this year is a good year to do business, then I find where is the strongest, more vibrant type of energy within your home, and then we set up there your office, your TV room, whatever place that you're gonna work from here, facing to this specific direction. That's another school of feng shui, but obviously I know I'm a master, so I know all the schools and I integrate them all, right? So it's called the 8 dimensions. What I was talking about before, it's called
Yes.
flying stars or Tranco. So then one thing is location and another thing is direction. So that's something that people get extremely confused about because of the different schools, but they're all combined together. So one thing is, where am I in my house at this specific point? Let's say right now I'm in the living room, right? I'm in the west sector of my home, but I'm not facing west. I'm actually facing south. So the location is the west, but my facing, specifically facing right now, is the south. So once we start understanding like how energy works, how energy moves inside of your home, then we tapping into it and making use of it. And the only way that we can know how energy moves and flows is through cyclical, because energy is cyclical. So it moves, it's always changing, and it changes with the year, what this new year brings, what happened last year, what's gonna probably happen next year. So a lot of the times it's like a puzzle. When I like,
I'm fascinated,
it
so
is
fascinated. I
amazing.
really, really love it. Um, I want just to let you know, all of you guys, that Paloma is with us, and we're going to put some links on the end, on the bottom of this video, for you to know more about what she does. Incredible. And I wish we have plenty of time, because it's fascinating, fascinating, all what you do and the way that you explain. She also do it in Spanish, of course, because she's Mexican,
Claro.
and English, as you see perfectly. And I think we're going to start doing some circles online with some tips, and very, very soon. But for now, if you need a private session, it's very important to really work in your house and yourself for all what you just told you guys. It's so important for me. I tell you, she haven't finished. She just give me a little, introduction here. She helped me, and she have to come back to finish it, all the stuff. But just for the little changes I did when she told me you have to close this specific wall, and I did it. I trusted, and it's a little work, but I did it, and it changed completely, because all those stars were outside of my house. So they came inside, and the energy flow differently. For example, where I'm sitting right now, I built this little office after I did what she told me to do. And I was working. I mean, it's so nice. It feels so nice. My house feels so different. Some people that shouldn't be here left, and some people who should be here came, and it's the flow. I can feel it. I can feel it. My animals are more relaxed. I have all these birds. So I encourage you to check it out and see what this beautiful goddess brings, because she is an open book of so much knowledge and information. So you guys don't want to touch all those 3 killers, or what's the name?
The
Three
three
deadly.
killings. And the best part is that, I mean, that's my mission in life, to share it, right? And especially right now, that I think that people will benefit so much from practicing Feng Shui, specifically annual Feng Shui inside of their homes, because I always say, you decide what side you want to be on. Right now, there's a lot of people, a lot of them, a lot of business. Let's start with the one that we're talking through Zoom. I mean, they're super prospering, better than ever.
Perfect.
Most likely they have the best start in their door. Their location of their house is in a really nice location.
It is important.
Of course. So you decide what side you want to be. The one that they're prospering, or the ones that they're not. The ones that they're full of fear, and they feel like their life has come to an end and they don't know what to do. So this is a specific, the proper perfect and precise moment to use Feng Shui. So the energy around you supports you. And if you align yourself with it, you will start feeling and thinking differently. And we know that where our thoughts go, energy follows. And then if we manifest and we connect, we can transform our lives. We can improve them a lot. So it's so important right now that we practice this type of art science, because it's something that has existed for over 4,000 years. That's a long time, right? And it's still out there. And it's also about, like feeling and connecting it and putting all the dots together, right? Being at the right place with the right people, with the right mindset, and do the hard work. Every time that I give a consultation, I always say, they're like, no, I can do that. I can, no, but no, not that one. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm only a consultant. I only came here to tell you what is going on and what you can do. But you decide how much effort you're going to put into it and how much you want to change your life. So you were one of them that you listen and you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. And now you're feeling it.
Of course, it's such a big difference. It's so beautiful. You're such a goddess. You're such a goddess, and you have so much strength and so much beauty, so much knowledge that, guys,
bless with me.
Just go ahead and book a session with Paloma, because she is incredible. So Paloma, thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much. And we're going to do a little video about you. Maybe when you can come and do a little more, showing a little thing here at home and some circles with you, because you have so much information that we all need right now.
Definitely.
So being tuned.
Yeah, that's the only thing that we need to ask to the universe: knowledge to help us understand. And once we have this knowledge, we can do whatever we want.
Anything.
And I can't wait to be with you guys.
I love you. Let's close the space.
Okay.
Saying thank you. Thank you, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Uriel for holding space in the 4 directions. Thank you, Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. Thank you, extraterrestrial beings of light. Thank you, brother and sisterhood of light. Thank you, Pachamama Madrecita. Thank you, you council of light, your higher self. Thanks, my council of light, my higher self. Thank you for all the people that is listening, all the people that is open the heart, and all the people that is present to do this work. Thank you, Goddess. You're amazing. I love you and I bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste, my love.
Namaste. Beautiful to see you, my dear. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, my love. Thank you. Thank you.